Hi, I'm Patrick Reed from the Adamus Principle. Got some charts for you today. Some really big headlines for me came about from Philip Lane from the ECB saying something about, it was around that 120 euro dollar, something about the euro dollar, the price of the euro dollar in FX. So the price in FX doesn't matter, but the price of euro dollar does. And we came off those highs. So here we have the first chart, and it really is all about the euro dollar for me at the moment, because we had such a poor CPI headline at minus 0.2, core 0.5 off. This is not just significant, but really significant for a central bank with a single mandate. Now, if you're the FMC, you've got a dual mandate, not so with the ECB. Here we have 120.26, very good level up there. Anything into that 120, the figure probably is going to meet with some sellers. But this 118, this 117.93, the level to crack lower below that 117. If that goes, it could get rather ugly for bulls all the way to 114.50. Now there's a small level at 115.70, but that shouldn't really hold up too many bears until 114.50. Then if it does get there, it should get quite interesting. But there's your euro dollar. And next slide. Here we go. So we've got dollar index. Now all of this, this dollar squeeze, it really was important to realize that, you know, if you have a big key level on the daily, and in the dollar index's case, it's 91.92, you've got to really close below it for another leg lower. So obviously, we've had this rampage on the dollar. We had consolidation, another leg lower, as the dollar index can testify. But our next move lower needed to close below 91.92. It didn't, snap back, and now we've got we're still in the midst of a dollar squeeze. And next slide. Again, this dollar CAD, really, the dollar squeeze helping, but it was a slow coach to move with the broad dollars as they squeezed, but the risk off with the Nazi and the tech stocks leading the route on risk, especially via equities. Not really seeing that in FX, but this helped to suppress oil and by in turn lifting dollar CAD. So here we have a really interesting level. I quite like 130, bit of exotics down there, bit of option going on, but really for me the lower level was 129.50. Seems quite far away from now, and above that you've got 132.03, but below that, this 131.90 area, not a bad shout, probably around 100 pips above where it is now. But all in all, dollar CAD, selling into strength is probably a decent, if you do think this dollar squeeze has had its day. The only upset would be risk off moves with oil low, which would lift dollar CAD. But dollar CAD is really the victim of a lot of crosses, especially Aussie CAD and CAD yen as well. So, and dollar yen moving that in turn. So just be careful if you're trading dollar CAD. And final slide today, cable. We really are off the highs at 134.80. Looking for 133.50 to cap. If it does break 132.45, small fib, 23.6%. If it cracks there, we could be heading to 130, the figure. And that is a real test for dollar bears, because that would, you'd certainly find, I'd certainly expect some kind of buying down there. But that's it from me. My name's Patrick Reed from the Adamus Principle. Thank you.